Here we go. This is just, let's see, this video is 6 minutes long. This is one of Nuke's top 5's most popular videos. It's scary ghost videos, ghosts caught on camera. So I'm here with Joe Slinker from Every Last Mile.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so
I just want you to know I wore my controversial hat today. And if you guys want to know why Jake and I feel like this hat is controversial, you're going to have to get him to 10,000 subscribers. And we'll do a video revealing why this hat is so controversial in our friendship.
Yep, that's thanks for the pitch there, Joe. Yeah, 10,000. Did you say 10,000 or 10 million?
10,000.
Okay, all right. Yeah, that'll work.
If we hit 10 million, I'll tell you what Jake's middle name is.
Yeah, that works. All right. So the way I was thinking about doing this, kind of like what we did before with Christopher, we just kind of give our thoughts. I kind of want to come to a consensus from like a scale from 0 to 10 of like believability of like the things that we're about to watch. Like obviously like 0 is like you can debunk it right then and there. 10 is like it's the most amazing thing. It's like proof of the paranormal in your mind, and everything in between is kind of just different levels. So all right, are you ready to do this?
Hey guys, this is Jake in post. So just a technical note here. When we were originally recording this, I didn't get any of the audio from Nuke. So I had to download the video and I edited it in after the fact. So that's why it might not appear like what we're commenting on is aligning perfectly with what's in the video. So I apologize. I'm still working on my setup, which I feel like these reactions are only going to get better with time. Thank you, and I appreciate you bearing with me, but I just wanted to get this up.
I'm ready. Let's watch this thing.
All right, let's go. Oh, here we go.
The top 5 ghosts caught on tape.
Spooky intro.
The doorway. The Barton Mansion in Redford, California is considered by many to be one of the most haunted locations in the state. Way back in 2001, 2 young men decided to investigate the abandoned house. What they caught on tape remains one of the most controversial ghost sightings ever recorded.
Oh my gosh. I haven't seen this Nukes episode, but I've seen this episode, and this is, if I remember right, this is really crazy. If this is real.
Cover my bag, all right. What the hell's that? That on the floor. Right there.
You can see the exact moment where he pisses his pants.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, they're in there deep.
Yeah, they are. Oh, they're outside now.
Yeah.
Please tell me
Now,
this
something
ends with
of
them
interest
going
here.
home and it's in
It
their
looks
house.
as though the figure in the video has to crouch down to fit through the doorway. This would mean that the person, ghost, or whatever this is, had to be around 7 feet tall or more. Today, 16 years later, the 2 men who recorded the video still claim that the footage is 100% real.
Oh, so okay, that was all there was. Okay, so that actually wasn't what that wasn't the video I remember thinking. There's another one very similar to that where a group of like teenage boys go into a room like that, and something very similar happens, but like one of them literally gets like attacked and left behind, and the people with the camera run out, and they just hear their friend like screaming, like, "Get off me!" like a guttural screams. It's crazy. So I gotta find that one. But that one, do I have control here? Hold on. So I don't have like,
Yeah, you can't go frame by frame. I already tried.
Yeah, that sucks. But I did notice, so like this one isn't so much like, I don't know, like if we have to like make a determination of whether or not that was real, what's there to go on? Like I don't know that there's, it very well could be real, like, but I don't think this is like a monster of any type. Like you kind of see like his eyes right there.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, I was gonna say this has the hallmarks of every paranormal video, right?
Yeah.
Where it's dark, it's low resolution,
yeah.
camera is shaking like crazy, and the conversation is totally it feels set up. You know what I mean? Where
Yeah.
he walks in and he goes, "Cover my back." It's like,
yeah.
from what? Like, what is he covering your back from? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you're not about to get mugged or something. You're going into an empty house. So
I mean, yeah, you actually might could get mugged. So like the thing about these things is there are homeless people that live in these houses.
yes.
And they get attacked and like they frighten people and it's scary.
Yeah, so that's the other thing that is weird to me
Oh,
about
where you pause it, does it kind of look like he has like an elf ear? Like right
not
there?
really, but it does look like he's got a flashlight in his hand.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like my role in these reactions is always to be the video editor, the technology expert, and
Yeah,
to me,
for
this
sure.
is like if it's fake, they staged it. This is not CG. This isn't
Oh yeah.
camera glitch, right? Like there is actually somebody there in the room, probably in a costume. Maybe it's a puppet or something. I can't really tell how much facial articulation or anything like that there is. But, it looks legitimate. There's something there in the room with them. So the question to me is this some homeless person playing some crazy trick, or somebody that knew they were going to be there playing a trick on them? Or is this a video that they staged themselves? Hard to say. I don't know anything about the people that filmed it, but it doesn't look fake in that they faked it in post. It looks like whatever it is, it's staged there in person.
Yeah. Honestly, like I'm not like too invested in this. Like it's either real or it's fake, but I'm not going to spend too much time like trying to investigate this further. I'm going to give this like a 3 on my scale. What do you got?
Yeah, I mean, without follow up, it's a 1 for me.
Okay, yeah.
I need some sort of follow up that gives me a reason to think that this is paranormal,
Yeah,
because everything that I saw in the video is pretty easily just set up
for
to
sure.
get a cool video with your parents' camcorder set in night vision mode.
In 2001.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. I'm good to move on. Are you good?
Yep, next one.
Um,
Roll film.
I mean, this looks like something you and me, like Joe, would do
Oh.
back in the day.
Yes, 100%.
I think we made a video that looked like this.
Yeah, I'm certain we did. Okay. Skipping ahead.
Could be.
The Anguished
Okay.
Man.
The Anguished
Sean
Man
Robinson has
on
been
YouTube.
posting YouTube videos for over 7 years of a painting that he claims is haunted. According to Sean, the painting, named The Anguished Man, has a dark history. It was painted by a mentally disturbed man who committed suicide shortly after completing it. Sean claims that every time he gets the painting out of his attic storage, strange things begin to happen around his house.
So I'm going to set up the recording equipment and leave it for approximately 8 hours, and I'll leave the light on.
Okay. I bet you anything the door is going to close.
I know.
Oh my gosh. I promise I have not seen this.
There's literally no explanation for how that door could have closed.
You know, notice how that one, oh my gosh.
Over 7 years, Sean has only posted 8 videos to his YouTube channel. He says that between filmings, the painting is kept securely locked away in his attic.
All right. There are so many like just door closing by themselves videos. Like there's just so many.
It's a staple that's right up there with shaky camera and low resolution video.
Yeah. So like my thing about this is I think that there are some like legitimate like videos like that. It's just nearly impossible. Like if ghosts are really going around opening and closing people's doors, like I honestly think that maybe they do that, like poltergeists or like different types of ghosts like that. But it is just what you said. It's like a trope. It's like a haunting, like a staple of the paranormal community that the door has to open and close, and that like scraping sound, it's just not enough evidence. I mean, if you have a haunted painting, if I had a haunted painting, I would think of like real ways to test that it was haunted. And I don't know, I'd do a better job at filming the door.
Well, I get that you can't think of everything when you're trying to capture one of these situations. So if it's real, got to cut the guy some slack. You can't think of all of the ways that you could capture all the evidence if you've genuinely got something haunted sitting inside your house.
Yeah.
But to me, like the sound of scraping chairs in the background of the camera is so easy to either accidentally have just because you live in a house and scraping furniture happens constantly,
Yeah,
or intentionally faking it, and all you have to do is slide a chair around in the background of the video and you've got yourself some slight scraping sounds, as they put it in the video title.
yeah.
So I don't know, should we throw up a number on 3?
I'm honestly like, I think 0 is reserved for like you can prove right here and now that it's debunked, but like I'll give it a 1. Like it's nothing much to me.
Yep, same. I'll give it a 1. It's not bringing anything interesting to the table.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
I agree.
Moving on. Headless Haunting.
Headless Haunting. Some kids in Iraq are filming around an old abandoned school. At first, their exploration is pretty uneventful. Then one of the boys mentions in Arabic that his phone that had been fully charged was now about to shut off. Right after he says...
Okay, what year was this? Like my Apple iPhone like used to shut off all the time. One time I remember I told you one time it like burned a hole in my pocket and nearly set me on fire. I remember that. So I don't know.
Proof of haunting? I think so.
Yeah.
The cameraman nonchalantly pans around an abandoned classroom. Just then a call to prayer can be heard from a nearby mosque. The camera catches this strange footage.
Oh, there it is.
Okay.
The boys couldn't see the headless apparition with their naked eye and had no reaction. It was only later, when watching the footage back, that they noticed the chilling figure in the video. The Phantom Dino.
So, yeah, I have thoughts about that, but what do you think off the top, Joe?
To me, that is probably the most compelling that we've seen so far.
Yeah.
Because there's actually, there's like a seamless transition in a way that isn't just, oh, somebody's standing around the corner with a puppet.
Yeah.
This is actually something that falls in the category of either some sort of optical illusion or camera distortion, that kind of a play of a light type of a thing.
Yeah.
Or it's done in post, and it looks way too clean to be done in post, especially by amateurs. So My thought is that, assuming that it's not actually haunted, that it is some sort of shadow or something, that, like, how do I describe this? Like there are all sorts of camera anomalies that can happen based on weird refractions of light.
Yeah.
And so I wouldn't be surprised if this was one of those things, especially since they appear to have not seen a shadow or anything in the room. And there's nothing that looks like it's casting a shadow. Like if it was the shadow of one of the boys, it would look different. So
Yeah.
that's my thought, is that if we're looking for a logical explanation, that there's got to be, this is going to be one of those, in the category of lens flare type of a things, where it's a refraction and optical. I don't even know what the technical word for it is, right? But like, it just feels like the way that the light bends around it and stuff, it feels like one of those things that just comes from cameras.
Oh yeah, that's hard though, because I mean, that really does look like legs and feet walking. I mean, it doesn't have to be, but it could just be like pareidolia, but it really does look like a foot, like right there, and like the leg was coming forward. Yeah, so I am really interested in shadow people. There's all sorts of weird theories about what they are, and I am convinced that they are real. They're different than ghosts. They're like intelligent entities that like have it's just like somebody really standing there, but they're just a dark void. I feel like it is almost casting a shadow. Like there's the shadow itself, like the shadow figure, and then there's like on the floor, you see like maybe not.
I could totally see what you're talking about.
Yeah.
It's like around the base of the feet.
Yeah. Yeah, you see it, right?
Yep, totally see it. Yeah.
I don't know.
Go. Let's watch it one more time. I want to see. We don't have to watch the whole thing. I just want to see the part where the camera pans over the room.
Just not stopping. That. Oh man. When you watch that without like slow motion, that's it. It really looks like somebody walking.
Yeah.
Just like the top half is kind of gone. I don't know.
I could also see this be a situation where it is a cast shadow, but because they're looking right into a window, that it's killing the cast part of the shadow that would be on the floor, and so you're just getting the part of the shadow that's on the wall and like a little bit of the floor underneath the wall.
Like you're saying it would be a shadow from one of the boys?
Yeah.
Huh.
So light's coming in from the door, but light's also coming in from the window, and so the shadow's only appearing in the part that's sort of in the non-intersection, I guess, of the two lights, because where the cast shadow from the light from the sun is coming in, it's going to completely kill all shadows that would be on the floor. Especially since they're all walking around each other like that. I'm kind of curious if you can see any shadows of the boys in the room at the beginning.
I'm just gonna kind of.
Yep.
So you can start to see it form like right there.
Right.
Then it. Oh man, dude, like. I don't know. I don't know how that could be a shadow of one of the boys.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
Honestly, so I don't know that I could say that like this doesn't have an explanation other than the paranormal, but this definitely is more intriguing, like the most intriguing one we've seen. I feel like, so like in this rating system, I've thought like anything above like a 5 or above, like I would spend time like researching more, and I want to give this one like just kind of because of my interest in shadow people like themselves, like I'm going to give this one just like a straight 5, because I do want to look into this one more, and I think it could potentially be something really weird.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this one for me is a 3.
Okay.
Because it's not one that I can immediately just say, this is how it's done.
Yeah.
But it also feels like it's in the realm um, of camera tricks and lens flare type aberrations that I feel like somebody more knowledgeable about that kind of thing could quickly explain. So I'm going to say 3. It's not something that I can immediately explain, but it doesn't just immediately stand out as there is no other explanation. So I'm
Okay.
leaning more towards there is an explanation. I just don't know the technicalities of it.
Yeah, for sure. All right, sounds good, dude. Let's move
But
on here.
three's not a bad score. I'll give a skeptic 3. That's solid.
Yeah, nice.
Oh man, that's a hard one. Sticking with 3, but
Sticking with 3, yeah, because like it comes down to like a lens flare type thing, like the light's just doing weird things, which I just don't think like that was like actually somebody walking. Like if that wasn't a genuine paranormal shadow person, like they had to have faked that somehow. Like they had to have put that in. I don't think that could be a natural shadow. Like that's just from one of the boys. I don't know.
yeah, it's one of those where every time you play it back, I'm like, okay, well, like if you were trying to fake it, I can actually think of a few different ways that you could create that in post.
Yeah.
And I think it's extra suspicious that they literally didn't see it while they were there. That makes me suspicious of it as well. And also, did they say what year it was?
I don't remember.
The reason why I'm asking is like if they were filming on old tapes, it would be one crazy coincidence, but there is such a thing as like burn-in on tapes where you can get figures lingering and stuff like that.
That might be a good explanation actually.
Because remember was it the Disneyland ghost?
Yeah.
Where it was like clearly explainable by burn-in on the CCTV.
All right, so for you guys who think Joe is being overly skeptical here, he brings up a very valid point. This Disneyland ghost, a number of years back, it was all over the internet. It was really compelling. I remember when I first saw it, it looked legitimate. Like this is genuine footage of a spirit apparition. But since then, it's been debunked. And in fact, one of the best explanations of it has been brought to us by Captain Disillusion. I highly recommend you look up that video because he breaks it down very clearly why the Disneyland ghost is just what Joe was saying. It's a burn-in on the tapes. And although I'm not sure that is what's happening in this case with these boys filming this shadow apparition, it does go to show that very often there are non-paranormal explanations for things. It shouldn't be our first inclination to just jump to something paranormal because as much as I am interested in this type of stuff, as much as I do believe in ghosts and shadow people and other paranormal activity, the whole premise of this channel is that I believe, but most of everything out there is not genuine evidence. It's just fake or misinterpreted, misrepresented somehow.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that's what it feels like to me is something like that, right? Where I can think of ways that you could fake it. It's not on screen for long enough that it would be that terribly hard. And the way that it moves, it doesn't have to actually be perfectly aligned with the perspective of the camera shot. Like it just has to be close enough that it looks like a cast shadow and you're good. So
if that were the case, then like wouldn't that be a case of them not purposely faking it? Like it would just be like on the tape, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
exactly.
and it could just be an anomaly. And that's actually a really good point. There might be a lot of shadow people videos of just that happening. And that might be a good point to like do some research on and to find some like tells of when that is actually happening and when it's not. Because there are a lot of dude, have you watched TikTok lately? Like shadow people are everywhere.
Yeah.
That wouldn't account for TikTok videos, but like,
right. Yeah. To me though, it really does fall under the same category as like orbs in photographs.
Yeah.
99.9% of orbs are easily explained by like lens flares and things like
Lens
that.
flares and dust and like stuff like that.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if you, so I had one in one of my photos that was not a lens flare. It was very clearly not a lens flare. And after like a long inspection of it, finally realized that especially with cheaper cameras, but even, you know, even like nicer cell phone cameras and stuff, the light coming in reflects itself perfectly. So like in this particular shot, what it was the moon being reflected onto something, and it looked like a floating, like sort of ethereal ball. But when you started looking closely, you could see the texture of the moon in it, and the moon was up in the corner of the shot.
Oh, wow.
And so that's why to me this falls under that same category. Or there's so many optical things like that that happen on any camera, and especially if you're shooting on old film, that I can easily see this kind of a shadow person falling into that category. And you can see with the little cameras they're filming with, it's like they're like this big, you know, like this is clearly early point and shoot style cameras. So
wait, did he say it was, he said it was his phone though, right?
well, he said his phone was low. He didn't say that's what he was filming with, was the phone.
Oh, that's true. Well, all right. I'm gonna stick with 5 just because I want to maybe put that on a list of things I want to investigate. So
yep, I'll stick with my 3.
All right.
I think my reasoning shifted a little bit, but I'm sticking with 3.
Okay. All right. The Phantom Diner.
The Phantom Diner.
It's haunted.
Okay.
CCTV footage from Jimmy's World Grill in Bedfordshire, England, captured some strange activity in the restaurant on tape.
I've seen this one too. All the stuff starts moving.
What's moving?
Look at the tape. The napkin on the table. Oh, there's the chair.
Now, if this scene were being faked with multiple hoaxers pulling fishing line or strings, it seems like it might attract a little more attention from the other diners. But in the footage, no one even looks up until the noisy plates and silverware hit the floor.
Yeah, and you see the people there looking back.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
What was that place?
So there's a diner in Bedfordshire, UK.
Jimmy's World?
Yeah.
Isn't that like an old cartoon? Bobby's World.
Bobby's World. Hey, Bobo, did you see that ghost?
Yeah.
We got ourselves a poltergeist.
Does anybody else other than that couple, like those 2 women right there, look back? Oh yeah, somebody.
Yeah, loads of people look.
Okay.
So the thing that I would say though, that's sort of the counter to this, if everybody knew that you were filming something and you're just like, hey, act normal, everything that they did up until that point wouldn't have made a noise. And so if you were just filming something and all of a sudden you hear like a slam behind you, people are going to look, you know? So unless they were a cast that was told, hey, absolutely don't look back, there's going to be crashing sounds, which would be weird instruction to give, right? Because you want it to feel like it's real.
Yeah.
So I don't know why you tell people not to react. So to me, that explanation doesn't get rid of the possibility of people pulling fishing line.
So it looks like she's done with dinner and she's just walking away.
Whoa.
What?
Back. I'm watching her shadow as she walks away.
Oh, does it do something weird?
It looked like it cut weird. Did you see that?
I think it just went behind that pillar there.
Nope, I'm taking over.
Okay, take over. Yeah.
See if I can get it at the exact moment that's making me suspicious. Come on.
I'm
Come
looking at
on.
her.
Ooh. It's
I
kind
see.
of still visible.
What's kind of still visible?
So the angle that her shadow is projected is pretty different from everything else. And
Do you think? Do you think that this this is a composite shot? Because there's nobody else. People are moving only in like the top part.
Yeah. Oh, that's hard to say. Because it's just the angle that her shadow is. Like, yes, it could reasonably be explained by it's getting cut off from the pillar, but it's weird that there's no other cast shadows coming the direction that hers is, and it's like her shadow almost gets cut off at the wrong angle. Like, I would have expected it to get cut off a little differently by the pillar.
But her shadow is also on the wall, right?
Yeah.
I'm trying to read into her casual look back, but I don't know if that's just what that would be normal. And I don't think it's is that the right word, composited? Like, you could edit this and make the bottom half a different shot than but I don't think that's the case, because those people are obviously, unless you instructed all of them to look back at a certain time.
Yep, no, I agree. Okay, so she got up. She didn't step away peculiar, like she was stepping over strings or anything, right?
Yeah.
She walks away decently normally.
I don't know. I think her shadow remains pretty consistent.
Yeah, I think the shadow's okay. So chair, that could have easily been done by anything. The menu. Yeah, that's weird.
If that was a string, it couldn't have been taut, because she walked right through there. It would have had to have been down on the floor.
Been laying pretty slack. Yep.
Yeah.
See, this is one of the examples where I would love to have seen the rest of the video. Like in this example, I'd love to see the rest of the video, because if we see her sit down with the plate, set up the menu, eat her dinner, get up and walk away, and then stuff starts flying, that's much more convincing to me than she's finished with a meal that's already set up and then stuff goes flying.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna put this one in the 2 category.
Yeah.
Because I think the explanation is pretty obvious how you could do it, and it would not take a complicated rig or any special equipment. Or in the case of the shadow person, there's no luck involved. There's no chance that you just happen to have some weird technical glitch that causes it to look haunted. So to me, this is a lot easier to fake, but it's also in the realm of okay, well, if it is real though, then there's there's no ambiguity, right? There's no okay, well, if you show me the rest of the video and there's never a crew setting anything up and she has a normal meal and then stuff starts flying, then suddenly I'm okay, that 2 turns into a 10 really quick. So that's kind of what my difference between a 1 and a 2 is if you showed me the rest of the footage and there was nothing suspicious about the rest of the footage, yeah, okay, I'm convinced. But without that, I'm one step above the easily explained by just your friend hiding around the corner.
I don't know. I don't want to give it a 5, but I don't know. I'll say a 4.
Yeah.
I'm not entirely convinced that this isn't.
Like this could totally fall in the category of a restaurant that's trying to lean into rumors of a haunting. And this would be super easy to just set up with your staff and your family.
Yeah.
No special equipment or experience required. Just a couple pieces of fishing line. Yeah, I honestly, if I was going to say, hey, let's try and recreate some of the haunting videos we've seen,
Yeah.
this is one that I'm like, oh yeah, we could not only recreate this, but we could make it look better than they did with very little effort.
Yeah. Yeah. I want to like look into I actually want to do that to like look into like, I don't know, it sounds weird to say the science of like fishing wire and like haunting, like pulling things, but like, I'm sure you could come up with like that plate. That's what I was trying to frame by frame. Like, it looks like it like spins like right before it falls off. Like, it looks like it could have been like attached at like an angle or something and it torqued it.
Yep.
I don't know. All right.
Well, if you guys want to see us recreate haunting videos and
Yeah.
show you step by step how it's done, let us know in the comments, because that's something that we would love to do for you. We just want to make sure that we're bringing you the right haunted content.
That's a good pitch. Thanks, Joe, for my channel. Awesome.
Yep.
Also, what do? You do Every Last Mile. Why don't you want to get a shout out there?
Yeah, so just youtube.com/Joseph Slinker. It's linked in the comments below. I'll link to my channels in the description, so make sure you click that. But yeah, we do travel, exploration, hiking. It's somewhere between a vlog and a recommendation of where to go and what to see. And so if you want to check it out, that's what this background here behind us, this is one of our recent trips. So go check us out.
Nice. All right, dude. All right, guys, that's that. Thanks for joining us today, and I will see you next time.
See ya.
Bye.